social media. Social media, if you don't understand what social media is or what its true use and potential is, you will be a slave to the skits. You'll be a slave to the skits. I don't know what to say, but what are women doing with social media when they should be defending women? I'm not saying the Senate president did or didn't. I expected more women to at least stand up. I expected some level of solidarity. The solidarity was with the Lambo. The way they defended the Lambo is not the way they defended even media people like Dada Babe. I've waited to record that one name. Instead to come out, they talk. They say that the freeze has no shame. Please, what's there? I ask question. And how do you have a 46,000-mile Lamborghini? Is it Uber? They use and do Uber Eats. Google the distance between America and Nigeria. Google it. Distance between America and Nigeria. It's about 4,800 kilometers. So that means they drove that car to Nigeria and back to the US 10 times to get that mileage. Ah, Daddy Free, shut up. You are jealous. You are this, you are that. I'm not saying that tomorrow, if Natasha Akpoti is found guilty or if she lied about the benching, harassment, and all those things, I'm not saying decisive action shouldn't be taken against her. I'm not talking more in this particular scenario. I'm not talking more about Natasha or the Senate president. I'm talking about you. Abroad, if woman cough, everywhere go begin scatter. Everywhere go begin scatter. A lot of people are saying Senator Natasha is rude. She's not rude. She's outspoken. She's very outspoken. I spoke to her today. I actually wanted to see if I could bring her to the live, but she didn't want to. I was on the phone with her for about 5 minutes. If you see, you can see. I was on the phone with her for about 5 minutes. I wanted her to come and talk, but she didn't want to. You see, may we never grow a society where women cannot speak. Oh yes, abroad women talk too much and sometimes they can be manipulative. But in Nigeria we talk too little. Women talk too little. And you see, you come here. I don't want to talk past like that. Please, nobody should make any allegations. Oh. From the freezer, give me my 7-Up.
This one?
Yes. Anytime I ask children, especially baby freeze, to get me stuff, I always sanitize his hands. Now, don't shake my drink. I've always told you. Fetch water inside this for me. Cold water from the dispenser. Thank you, my love. For the first time, I agree with Tolu Honiki. She said, thank God she's not raising daughters in Nigeria. It's not really easy. I won't lie. This 7-Up free is very refreshing. I want to sleep. I've had a very busy day. So if I drink Coke Zero, because of the caffeine, it will keep me up. So I need to cover it. I just wanted to do this live. Cover this, cover this. In don't run, because he knows say I go beat him. Call your mom now. Let me just bring some people to the live, because the way I dey vex, get with I go talk now, everywhere go just scatter. And once again, even on the live, nobody's talking. Nobody wants to say anything. Excuse me. Someone said the female senators sided the establishment to shut her down. Now, why me? I know they talk. You don't ever hear me protest for anything before for this country. NSAS now in my house, I not come out, go anywhere. Foul comedy. Why do you say she's so rude? Let's hear. I want to hear women. I'm not inviting any men, except that guy who said she was rude. If you are a man, don't decline. You made a statement. You said she was very rude. I swear to God, I'm not going to fight you. I just need you to talk. Tonight, DJ. Who is that? Hi guys, see, one thing that I always tell people is we need to differentiate between being outspoken and being rude. Hello, Shupavon. How are you doing? Let me start with Polite on Cook. At least that one get mine to come talk.
Hi, Daddy, please.
Polite on. Sister, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Let me see if I clean my camera, if it's going to be better. Yes, it's better. How are you?
I'm very fine, my darling sister. Go ahead.
You see, I don't know why Nigerians and everyone is saying she's rude. There is one thing that I notice about Nigerians, yeah? If you don't tolerate their nonsense, they see you as wicked and they see you as rude. Yeah, that's one thing that I've noticed about Nigerians. They see you as wicked and they see you as rude. Look, I remember I did my university in Nigeria, and I remember there was one lecturer, yeah, who thought he could use his power, yeah, to
bench you.
To bench and disrespect me at the same time. You know, when they show you power, then you now be scared and go and start begging them. I stood up to this guy. And can I tell you that everybody in the exam hall and everybody in that class did not support me. Both male and female, they all supported the lecturer. And these are the things that go on in Nigeria. When a man would ask you out and you say no, they see you as a threat and they hate you immediately. So for me, raising a daughter in Nigeria is now is not it at all. So why are they calling her rude? Are they calling her rude because she's speaking up? Are they calling her rude because she's not tolerating nonsense? Why are they calling her rude? What is the rudeness for? If they can tell me why they are calling her rude. There is no woman on earth that will disrespect a man like that. Yeah? Or else something as long as the man don't come do see finish, yeah? Say I like you, that's the end. That's the end. If a man tells me I like you, if a man looks at me anyhow, that's the end. No matter how old he is, if he's 500 years old, if his name is Peter, I'll call him Peter. There is no need to call him brother or uncle. It's done.
We have Femi Aderogba with us in the house tonight. Femi, what are your thoughts? Kindly share.
That is good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Our mommy, the feminist, which of course
this is not feminism. This is not feminism, Femi. Honestly, hi Femi. It's not feminism. It is the truth. Okay. Why should women be silenced?
Okay,
why?
Let me change my word. Let me say good evening, my sister, the advocate for social justice. Is that cool?
Oh well. Yes, that's better.
All right. And please, Tolu said she wants to come and yab me. Please, I would love to, if you can help me bring her up, so that come and yab me. Okay. Yes. I listened to what you said. No honesty. You are right. Because you have a good perception. Regarding the subject, so I beg you in the name of come here.
Oh, today you want peace. You want peace today. When you were running your mouth in the comments, you did not know you wanted peace. Now that you see me, you are begging for peace. There's no peace today.
Don't let our kids be like Natasha and Akpoti.
No peace, but wicked. There's no peace.
Hi, Tolu, now you be that. Sorry. Hi.
This family has been trying me since. It's not today. Now he's begging for peace. I'm here for you. Talk. Let me hear what you want to say. Talk.
Of the screen is either the freeze. That is that the freeze is the Senate president and the deputy Senate president here. So, anything I am doing here, if you are not aligned with me, you are the Natasha here. So, try to let us respect the rule of the Senate as at this.
Wait, first of all, why are you the deputy Senate president? That freeze is the Senate president. Why are you the deputy Senate president? Why? Because you're a man?
By arrangement, we have the first, the second, the third, the fourth. So by arrangement, first is the owner, the second is the deputy.
You are not the second. You are not the second to come on this live. So how are you the second?
By arrangement, I'm beside at the freeze. By arrangement, I'm beside at the freeze.
No, I'm not on my screen. Maybe on your own screen, you're beside at the freeze. On my screen, you're not beside him.
Oh yeah, sorry. I come in peace. Come in peace. But mine not permitted to talk. Oh yeah, now. It's just that it's me versus two people. But I'm going to give a simple explanation to the subject matter. What got Natasha suspension from Senate is strictly because of her poor conduct at the plenary. That was what got her the suspension. And it was very simple. They said the Senate was actually relocating seats, considering that some people just defected from PDP, Labour Party to APC. And it is the norms of the Senate, and according to the rule, the Senate rule, that they can do the rearrangement. It was upon the rearrangement that Natasha felt attacked. That why should they actually reallocate a seat for another person? And before you know it, Natasha, who's supposed to follow the simple order according to the section of the Constitution, she just started, causing drama at the Senate. Now, based on that, the Senate president felt she has to be, ushered out of the Senate because she was already causing rancor at that plenary. Before you know it, Natasha started coming up with the case of, I went to his house, blah, 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 of a thing. Are we saying that what she's saying is wrong? We are not saying that what she's saying is wrong because she was one that encountered it and she has right to her opinion. And of course, if she feels something has happened, she can, of course, accuse him of it and even make it a law matter. But as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who understand what we call Evidence Act and who understand what it takes to make a case, you cannot even sue for that particular matter. You are now making allegation in a way you cannot substantiate the case. And she was still suspended today, not because of the allegation, but because of the rancor she was causing at the Senate. So let's not make emotion. Wait, we talk, Tolu. Let's not put emotion into this matter. Why she was actually suspended was based on her misconduct. The matter of allegation or no allegation is based on the evidence she can provide at the law court. Let her go to court. Let her go and substantiate her claim. If Akpabio is found guilty, then we can start talking of Akpabio should be suspended or Akpabio should leave the seat. So why trying emotion at the matter? We have to look at the root cause before we start talking of the allegation. What caused it? She was suspended for XYZ misconduct, and it was constitutional. I'm done.
Okay, now let me respond to you.
Don't forget, before you attack
Tolu,
me,
please, can we have some light? Can we have some light? We can't see you, Tolu.
Tolu, don't forget. Natasha is a PDP.
I understand she's a Senate. She's a what?
Wait.
Tolu, we can't see you. Now just your shadow we dey see.
She's a what?
Tolu, don't forget, Natasha is a PDP member. So
her party doesn't even come to question here. I'm not even. I can't even be bothered with what party she represents. But what I'm saying is, I understand what happened. That is the surface of what happened. That she flipped out because she was asked to move. But we cannot dispute the fact that nobody, whether you are a lawyer by profession or a judge, is immune to trauma or trauma reaction or PTSD.
Yeah.
Nobody's immune to that. And from that's what happened on the surface. That's what we saw initially. That why would the senator react like that over mere sitting arrangements? Then she now came on to lay her accusations and, explain her reaction that this is stemming from long time. This has happened before. There's an essay that has occurred, and this has been happening, thereby making it something that that brings a room for investigation. As an accusation of that nature has occurred, what should happen in a sane country or in a sane Senate would be for the person that has been accused to step down first of all. Yes,
exactly.
You cannot be the judge.
Exactly.
How can you be the judge in your own case? In any sane country, the person, he would have stepped down and not be the one to even receive her petition. Then she now went ahead to lay an official petition against him for that SA. And you're telling me that because she's a senator and she knows that you cannot flip out in the Senate. Nobody is immune from PTSD. That thing that came out, her explosion was as a result of trauma, built-up trauma. She had just reached the peak and she flipped, which is normal.
So Tolu, are you saying that if let me tell you, are you saying that if an Instagram girl now come on Instagram now and tell us that Mr. President to ask her out, so we can. Mr. President should step down. Abby,
an Instagram girl. Natasha is not an Instagram girl. You can that comparison doesn't even hold water. It doesn't even make sense.
I like the angle Tolu is coming from. You see, Femi, onions with onions, apples with apples.
Exactly.
If it was an Instagram girl that came to say the Senate president asked her out, even if she came and said the Senate president tap her on her Badamosi, this is a lawyer. This is not a woman. This is a woman of repute. Natasha is, I think, the first female senator from Kogi State, if I'm correct. She's a lawyer. The very first. This is not just an Instagram babe. She's a hottie, don't get me wrong. Natasha is hot. But we don't know Natasha for hot. We know Natasha for her legal prowess. I'm quite close to Natasha. I know when she was trying to, how did they take Tokam? That time that man where EFCC fine. Only him go by himself to the station. He can't go back house again. EFCC begin find him again. Waiting be the guy.
We know the person we talk about.
When you go break road.
Yeah, we know.
At that point, I think I was on the phone with her 2-3 times a day. So I know Natasha very well. Natasha is dogged. Natasha is, it's what got her there. Natasha is very sweet, but she's a no-nonsense person. She no go take nonsense from you. And you see, it just be like dog where they train to bite teeth. One day you go bite the owner.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Okay, Nigeria and Nigerian politics have made Natasha like that.
Femi.
So sorry, hold on. So yes, Femi, you are right. I will never, we are not in America. A random girl off the street comes and says the Senate president asked her out, or no, in America they will step down. In Nigeria we don't step down. You won't marry him as 11th wife, no problem. But you see, when it now happens inside where they are supposed to be senating, it now begins to be cloud. It now begins to cast aspirations and shadows on what they are really doing inside that Senate. Those are my thoughts.
And please, you know why I was using that comparison, which I want to agree I made a mistake, was that you see there is what they call political targeting in Nigeria. In Nigeria, they can use the closest person to you to target you on allegation level. And the allegation can be true and it can be false. What I'm telling you here is that Tolu, the only reason why Senate President will step down on that matter is if there has been anything he has done in contravention to the Constitution. The allegation. But wait, do you remember there was a video trending last year when I've forgotten the name of the country where Mawama was benching 400 women? You know, that video was so evidential enough to they don't even need to request you to step down before you step down. But this allegation, if cannot be substantiated, is not strong enough to make the Senate president to step down. If Natasha believes she had a strong case, it's a very simple. Nobody is saying that she should not go after the Senate president. Go and prove it beyond reasonable doubt. Once we are so sure that you can prove it beyond reasonable doubt, we will also call the Senate president to step down. But until then, Natasha should go and learn that being outspoken does not imply being intelligent.
First of all, Femi, you don't know how misogynistic you sound right now. First of all, how can you say she should go and chill because of about her allegation, something she experienced? First, do you know how difficult it for a woman to come out and recount what happened to her. An essay that I called. Do you know how difficult that is for any woman? Not to talk of a woman in power. Women in power, women in politics. Wait, let me finish. Women in politics, women in law enforcement, women in the military, in those male-dominated positions. It's even more difficult for them to come out and say and explain what happened to them.
Exactly.
And those women in those situations, it occurs even more. It's more rampant.
Exactly. Hold on 1 second, Femi. The person in question, yeah, this person they are talking about in question. This is not the first time people are saying this kind of things about him.
Exactly. He has a track record like this.
He's got a track record of this kind of attitude. Hold on. He is supposed, with this kind of allegation, he's supposed to be out of service for like 1 week, suspended for 1 week, until they find out.
You know.
See, what are you people saying for God?
No, the thing is,
now. Sorry, guys. Ladies. Sorry. Sorry, Tolu. You know, I'm allowing you guys to talk. You can see I'm looking at my phone. I'm just trying very hard not to butt in because I want you guys to own this session. But what I want to say is, people, while they are owning this session, don't forget to pop my money gun. Super chat, super stickers, and super likes. YouTube, go and buy my stars on YouTube. What I wanted to say is, I don't agree that the Senate president should step down. It's allegations. So far, allegations. If it is proven at any level that, he did this, then he has to step down. But it's like me now. I say, Tolu, you called me last night and said we should do video call, and then you flashed me. Is my word against your word? Until I bring out the screenshot.
When that thing happens,
do you understand?
I cannot accuse you of request or me flashing you or something happening with you, and you be the judge in that case. Wait, Femi, if you are in a law court, right, and you are accusing the judge or the judge's son, you come in and say, this judge's son stole my money, or this judge's son defrauded me. That judge would automatically have to recuse himself from that case because of conflict of interest. Is it that we don't understand the meaning of conflict of interest in this country?
The rule says that you are not guilty until proven.
But you cannot be the judge in your own case. Simple. It's not even a matter of whether you are even if there is a shred of doubt or whatever, or even if
you see, I believe it should be investigated, no doubt. But telling him to step down without core evidence, I'm playing advocate for both sides now. Unless they, you know, Clinton's own, they found some men in the sea on the girl's cloth. You know, if you take men in the sea and you turn it upside down, you know, some semen schnapps on the girl's cloth. So the girl there was DNA. Clinton first denied it too. Now so the girl go bring her cloth. Baba we don't get cobweb. Everywhere just scatter. So Baba no get choice. Baba got to confess. And he rode on the emotional sympathy of the people. He was a brilliant politician.
And he was the president of the free world, for Christ's sake.
Do you understand?
On a different level.
So yes.
I said in the midst of substantial
evidence. There was DNA. You see, you can't make accusations as a woman. You can, but you can't expect the accusations to carry the weight of evidence. We need to understand that there's hardcore, even hardcore evidence. Sometimes they carry and go court, they go say a lie.
No, I agree that if there's no evidence, if there's no evidence, a case will be thrown out eventually. Yeah. But let me also, even the hearing of that case.
Let me also tell you
I cannot accuse you and you preside over that case.
Let me also tell you why we will not take Natasha allegation serious. Natasha alleged Reno mimicry of this similar.
That doesn't mean Reno mimicry didn't do it. Because she's accusing 2-3 people doesn't mean all when we know that the average Nigerian guy is randy.
Yes. Yes. Like
the average Nigerian guy is randy. Let's tell ourselves the truth.
Yes.
The Nigerian they would inappropriate comments, inappropriate touching, inappropriate comments. Things that you would do in a civilized world, and you have to go to HR, or you would face the law. And here it's okay.
Unfortunately, it's Nigeria, and we have different dynamics that govern our
politics. Unfortunately, it's Nigeria is the excuse we use to keep perpetrating this kind of act.
It's a Syria. I'm using Syria now. Syria blackmailer. The only reason we will not call her blackmailer.
What is she asking for? That he black?
Femi, calm down now.
What is she asking for in exchange for silence?
Femi, look, let me tell you something.
Wait. Natasha has been known of accusing people of similar things.
Do you see how pretty that woman is? Is it out of the question that woman walks on the street and out of 10 Nigerian men, 9 would ask her out, would stop her?
Can I tell you something? So if I had come to you, Femi, to tell you that when I was in uni, that all the lecturers, you understand what I don't want to just go into details, Would you call me a serial
that's what you call you. Absolutely, that's what you call you.
I just say that, you may have to substantiate your point better for me.
It's okay. For instance, I'm just saying, for instance now, I come to you in confidence that, Femi, do you know what has happened to me in school today? That this lecturer, that lecturer, this lecturer, that lecturer, that lecturer, they harassed me. Yeah. Would you call me a serial blackmailer?
Wait, if you are still in that school, you telling me those stuff, honestly, I will go and investigate it, and I will find a way to ensure that at least one of them is actually brought to the book. Honestly,
go to Yaba as a woman and see let Nigeria and see the reflection of the country. Go to Yaba as a woman.
Wait, in front
see
of
the grabbing,
why are you bringing back memories? Why are you bringing back memories?
Go to Yaba with your girlfriend and see the country reflect.
Girlfriend, care.
In front of
with your sister.
Please excuse me. If you don't, you're talking as if you don't live in Nigeria, or as if you don't know what's happening in Nigeria, or you don't know how men behave.
Now, let me talk. In front of me, you are accusing me that men they love touchy. When you can,
yes, they do, Nigeria, they do.
And I'm saying with my full chest, yes.
Yes.
How can you prove it? That's the question.
Because I need to go to Yaba. I'm telling you carry your girlfriend to Yaba and see if they don't grab her left, right, and center. In front of you.
Yaba is too far.
With your girlfriend.
Yaba is too far. Go to Computer Village.
And see them grab her from. Are you joking?
Oh, you just say we consider it to be imaginary. You know why? We consider
it's not imaginary. Imaginary, okay. Are you joking? Are you a joker right here?
It's kidding. But anything
you cannot prove. I bet you are being delusional right now. You are just living in La La Land. How can you tell me that? I'm telling you to do the experiment. Go to Yaba or go to Computer Village with your girlfriend.
Oh, I say Computer Village.
She should not wear anything skimpy. Just normal jeans and top and see
what jeans and top and see what happens.
If she now wants to fit, if you want them to do her right there in front of you, let her wear mini skirts. It's right in front of you that they will. Don't even play. Don't be playing. Don't be playing.
just a 10-second video recording of such thing and send it to me for me to believe you.
Do you know how many videos like that already exist on the internet? You go and do your own research and don't be asking me to do rubbish. You go and do your own research. You know how many videos of that exist?
Tolu, let's go to Natasha case. Honestly, the point here is that
somebody's not telling me I'm generalizing. I'm telling you that the average Nigerian man is randy.
I can't even see the comments. I'm sure they don't cost to tire. Don't fire everybody.
The average Nigerian guy is randy.
Me, as a man of God, even me, I am. I fight it. I fight it. See, See, let me tell you something. We objectify and sensualize women. We were raised like that. A woman to us is like my new car, my new watch. Do you understand? When we're growing up, we used to have our women CV. As in, guys get CV of woman. You don't know. Resume. They go read you your resume of all the girls where you don't take. So we were raised, instead of loving, respecting, and honoring women, we were using them as like award, trophy. Do you understand? Now, normal things say, Baba, if you date that girl, when we're younger, if you date that girl, for the CV, yes. You know that means? When they say for the CV, means, now girl, way, if you sit down with your buddies while drinking beer, say, that Tolu Honeyki, I don't bench sham. And you feel show evidence. You be chairman.
Boost your profile.
It boosts your profile. God bless you. And Oman Bawa Dagba. I'm glad everybody here is Yoruba. Obawa Dagba. When I became a preacher surrounded by women, it became obvious that I had to work. I'd worked on myself, but it's still there. You understand? As a Nigerian man, it is still there. I'm having a conversation with my father. There was one auntie when we were growing up. I used to think she was my uncle's babe. So I couldn't gist my past. My past say, I remember, they give me one story, say, remember this girl? I said, yeah, I remember her. That my uncle babe. He said, no, say, na him babe, no be uncle, no be my uncle babe. My papa clear me, say, na him babe. As in with anger, say, how dare you say was, you know, and I saw it as, that was how we're raised. We had relationships inside relationships. Our relationships had relationships. You understand? And when I was younger and I found that my dad had a second wife, I quarrel am. I helped my mama pack a load, say we dey go. As I grew older, I realized that it was also hard to live with only one woman in Nigeria because Nigerian women are enablers.
Yes.
One, the kind weary way Oyebo go do for you, say she catch you with another babe. They're not born Nigerian woman to do them. Even if Nigerian woman won't cheat on you back as punishment, they go hide cheat. Because they know, say, see, John, they always talk once, they say, if I cheat, you are going. If you cheat, you are going. You understand? Now, Nigeria be that. So, sometimes we tend not to understand the importance of women and the importance of respecting women and carrying women with honor. I not talk of mumu. Sometimes Oyinbo people won't turn mumu. That's why I say Oyinbo is not the cure for Naija. Naija is bow leg, Oyinbo is K leg. They get their own way. But what I'm trying to say is, sometimes in Nigeria, men need to understand that you can't objectify or sensualize a woman. You can't. And you can't justify it when it is done. Sometimes You can you sometimes you make a mistake. Sometimes you make a mistake. When I was younger, I used to get away with a lot of things because I used to be cute and I used to be funny. So I can see a girl sitting carelessly, even when in office environment, and I'll say I want to do a full split, knowing that if I do the full split, nah, in the middle of waiting she open, now I go day. And I go do them, and the girl go no say I dey look a pint. And she go rake me, but that rake no go far. You know the things where we they do when we dey younger for this Nigeria, if you try them abroad, now you go just they come out for the prison where they send you since then. You understand? Normal thing, I go drop CD for floor. Say make woman come. You understand? All those foolish things, and then we laugh. I say you are wearing brown pants, and we laugh about it, and the girl say, "Oh, stop it." We weren't having it, but it was just us being not respecting women. Abroad, you cannot touch a woman like this. Make it not on. Remember that Unizik girl? The problem everybody had with the lecturer was because he touched her. In Nigeria, that's nothing. They touch you.
I said it.
That's nothing. Nigeria. Go Yaba.
You can't even make inappropriate comments. Not just,
you can yes.
We should stop normalizing this attitude in Nigeria. We should start bringing up our boys well and our men well. You know, it's wrong. We should stop it.
We have a long way to go because us we won't bring up the men. We self need work.
Exactly. Tolu, I want to ask you one question. Tolu, Daddy Freeze, please, I want to ask Tolu 3 questions, and I want her to ask objectively. Daddy Freeze said, we need to handle women with respect. In fact, Daddy Freeze just made ordinary touching. You know, understand now. Let's in it now. Where our case lies. Is there a video that even shows that Akpabio?
Oh, come on.
Wait, see, no, I understand where you're coming from. Where you want to say, oh, if there's no evidence, then the case will be thrown out. Yes. Now the case is left for her to prove, right? That it happened. Whether there's whether there are witnesses, whether there's a video, whether that's how the law court works. But even if I'm going to sue you now, Femi, even if it's a criminal case, I go to the court and I say I'm suing Femi Aderogba of this thing, something malicious, whatever, and the judge in that case is your dad. Whether it's just dust, it's just a mere accusation. I have zero evidence. I have no phone record. I have nothing to prove my case. That judge, that your dad, that is the judge, should automatically recuse himself from that case first, because there's conflict of interest.
True, I agree with you. However,
so your dad cannot be the one presiding over your case.
But it's not that I don't get you. I get where you're coming from. But what I'm telling you is, in Nigerian politics, allegations like this are not strong enough to make a leader to.
That's what I'm saying. It should be strong enough, even if it's even if it's a mere accusation. It should be strong enough to make him step down from that particular case. He cannot be the one to receive that petition. It's wrong.
Wrong actually, if we are going that route, because the moment we start that, we actually keep going and having people using it as a political tool. The only simple logic here is, if Natasha...
Do you know how many women have come out in the Senate to raise an essay allegation? First of all, before you say they will be using that political tools, do you think it's easy for women to come out and raise, especially women of power?
Tolu is not like
it demands you as a woman of power. Do you know what that does to you as a woman of power? To accuse a man in a space run by men.
Tolu is not like I do.
I can also, sorry, Femi. Wait, hold on. Femi, sorry about that. I understand what Tolu is saying. It's really hard for us to even come out to even tell our parents maybe something, or tell our friends that this happened to us. You understand? It's really hard. I'm not to even talk about that space. You know,
I'm saying it cannot become a norm.
It cannot. But one thing, I understand what Femi is saying, that if this kind of thing happen, women will start using it as a tool.
That's a political tool.
Political tool against men. I understand what he's saying, because honestly, this kind of thing, we also need to be careful. Yeah, but at the same time, for crying out loud, that name, that is not the first time this person is alleged. You cannot call a horse a pig. You understand? A horse, a pig is a pig.
Now let's
you understand what I'm trying to say?
Somebody said, why didn't she report it before? Wait, there's something it's like something happened, maybe an essay occurred to you, happened to the lady, and she doesn't report it for years. Years go, she doesn't report it. And maybe one day, that her accuser now happens to stand behind her and is breathing on her neck. You know that will cause PTSD. At that moment, she can flip out and say, this person did this to me 10 years ago. Why didn't you say 10 years ago? Well, I didn't have the courage to, but now I'm in the same space with him. I'm suffering PTSD as a result of what he did to me. That's how this thing happened. There's no clear-cut rule of how a victim should come out.
Please, let me quickly answer Showboy. Showboy says something, and I realize that so many people have been saying it. What people don't understand that there's something called standardization. And inside standardization, we have the local way that is something, and we have the international that is something. If you are within the American ecosystem, the way you will behave will totally be different, because the way they standardize things there is different from the way they standardize things in Nigeria. In Nigeria, even if you slap me right now and that hurts, it is expected of if I can use that slap to bring you down. It is expected of me to prove it beyond reasonable doubt. That is how it is. Yeah. Number two things is that you have to understand that Nigerian political system is a complex terrain. You cannot just look at it the way you observe it and you want to. And that's why I said I agree with all what Olu have said. But when we're talking about formalizing it, it is very, 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 the chances are low that...
I'm not even saying that Natasha would win the case. Because I haven't seen the evidence. She hasn't brought out evidence. But I'm not... The thing is, we want a fair trial. We want her to get a fair trial, whether she wins or she loses. But the whole process of the investigation should appear fair, at least. Even if even if it turns out not to be fair, it should appear fair.
But this is what
a country run by people that have sense.
This is what you are calling for. Let me explain.
Sorry, Femi. If she brings out evidence, she won't win. It's Nigeria.
This is what Tolu is calling for. Tolu, what you are calling for is that, based on that allegation, there should be a movement strong enough to overwhelm the Senate, that we even influence the Senate to make Akpabio to even vacate that seat until investigation is done. Am I right?
No, that's not what I'm even saying. I'm not even asking for movement. I'm saying somebody comes to you, to the Senate, a fellow senator, and accuses somebody in the Senate. In this case, happens to be the Senate president of something of this nature. He shouldn't be allowed to preside over that case. That's what I'm saying. As a rule, from within the Senate, not even from external influence. It shouldn't be we, the people, telling the Senate that, this guy shouldn't be able to preside over this case. The senators themselves should have enough common sense to know that he shouldn't preside over that case. That's what I'm saying. We, the people, don't have to influence that decision.
So what I'm now telling you is that what you are saying...
But unfortunately, the Senate doesn't have the common sense, do they?
Yeah. What you are saying is...
Apparently not.
So what you are saying is the ideal. But when we put it into reality, it is practically impossible. Because number one...
the case has ended. You said that is the ideal. And what are we striving for? We are striving for an ideal nation. Simple. The case is ended.
No,
the goal is for Nigeria to be an ideal place, a safe place for normal human beings to live in and thrive. If Nigeria is anything short of that, it is not ideal. We are below the standard.
What we are calling for is a blend of the ideal into the reality. Ideal must be able to match with the reality for us to actually answer. And the only way we can do this is that, well, this is actually...
What is the reality, please? What is the reality?
The reality is that majority in the house are pro-Akpabio. And it's very hard for you to bring such an allegation into that reality and you are going to make it work. But
you finished it. You said it yourself. The majority in the house, they're a bunch of, whatever. They are all pro-men, misogynistic men in the Senate, and men that would not. They're also the same way. There are a bunch of randy men that are encouraging their randy fellow to behave the same way and have no regard for women. Simple.
And that's why I said you have to be able to substantiate your case when you are in that situation. That was why I was calling for.
I agree with you on that. I also think that in a case like but I can't blame Natasha for flipping out. That's her experience and she can react whatever way she, however she can. But I also think that in that kind of situation, because of how misogynistic the society is, before you can bring out allegations like that against somebody of that stature, you need to have concrete evidence because of the way the society... That is not ideal, but that is the society we find ourselves, unfortunately.
Case closed. Tolu, honestly, I love how we actually bring an intellectual conversation together. At least for many things in this comment section, when and Tolu will fight. Tolu that is directly below me. We can never fight. We can only diverge in opinion, in ideology, but we definitely respect each other. Case closed. The point remains that Akpabio could have done it, and Natasha could have actually been right. But men of this status, you need something to substantiate your claim, and I agree with Tolu without any divergence. However, the lesson I picked from there is that number one, when you have a tendency of becoming a leader, you have to find a way to exhibit the character of the leader. Honestly, and I think Akpabio need to actually work on that. That's my personal opinion. And at the same time, I think it's high time the Senate can also stand to responsibility, and they can, when they can actually be, accountable. Then we actually are honest with ourselves. But the reality is, when you have pro-Akpabio, it is very difficult to win a case without substantiating it. So Tolu, I will send $100 to you.
And the thing is,
instead of sending $100 to Tolu that has money, send it to me. Thank you very much.
What are you trying to do?
No, people are saying I should bring example case study of
Me too, I want to buy Lambo with 46,000 miles.
With no case study, see.
Hey, when I not here say I won't buy Lambo.
You won't buy Lambo.
You won't buy Lambo.
Me too, I won't buy Lamb or Guinea. Say Lambo we don't enter 40,000 miles. You don't turn from Lamborghini to Lamb or Guinea.
Everyone buy
Lamba.
Simply, if you say you want to come up, argue my case now. Beautiful to do and success.
Okay, so somebody has to go so that Simply V can argue.
Let me go.
No, let me do ini, mini, miny, mo. Okay, the two of you, because they want to come and argue with Femi. Ini, mini, miny, mo. Catch a fish and let it go. Tolu Honeyki. Not you, not Tolu Honeyki. Tolu. I did it. I was fair.
Oh, you and my daughter, you're always catching me. Why?
I was. Oh yeah, Victor. We have 5 more minutes so I can rest a bit. I'm tired. Victor, see person we say one come the live. Vic, where are you?
Mr. Vicky.
But in all honesty, 46 6,000 miles in a Toyota is okay. In a Mercedes is fine. In a Lambo is a lot. Is a lot. Is a lot. I, for instance, if I were to buy a Euros, I will buy a Euros with about 20k or less. Max maybe 30k. But even once you don't near 30k, you need to understand that these cars, once the older they get, the more maintenance they need, and their maintenance is not beans. To spend $15,000 on a Euros, not like this, so you don't go see what use and buy. I told you the story of one of my guys. We carry the car go for organizer. For organizer, one can come out the tire. He can't shake. You know the way for when tire no grip come out, he shake am like this. I just shake am, the tire just hit the ceramic disc. Okay, some ceramic disc, any. He had to buy two, $11,000.
$11,000. Or more.
If he to say, because that was when he first came out. To say now you feel get luck make you see the Tokumbo like 3.5. But from factory, they go sell you two, the front set, plus brake pads, everything.
Simply Vic said he's here.
Who?
Simply Vic. He said he's here.
I can't even see the comments.
Don't worry, you don't need to see the comments.
I don't say they don't cost me tire, but thunder fire them.
Oh yeah, Vico, I'm about to go.
You are using Android V4.
Nokia 2310.
Maybe let me tell you what happened behind the scene. Why you're not in the comment section.
Yeah, what were they saying? Tell me.
They were massively supporting you. That's just the honest truth. Honestly. Massively supporting. Why you were shaping for me? I don't know.
Why?
Because women,
my dear brother Femi.
Women are meant to be emotional, so I understand when it's a female matter, if you are not appealing to their emotion, they will shape it for you. But
but really, I gave you an instance that in uni, I had to be rude because this guy. Do you understand? The respect goes when a man don't see himself finish. You know, the respect goes. It doesn't. If you are 500 years old and you look at me in a funny way, if your name is Peter, I call you Peter. Yeah? And I'll stop respecting you immediately. It's the nature. It's just natural for us to be like that. And the thing is that, you see, we dating back before pre-colonial time, I don't think our
Where is this Victor always saying they come?
No, simply Vic is afraid of me. That's why he's struggling to come up. That's just it.
Simply, are you scared of Mr. Femi?
To look at you, say I told you that Simply Vic only want to cause us to disagree for no reason. You can see that we've been Simply Vic for the past 10 minutes. When maybe in UK now they are now using 2G network. That's why Simply Vic is not really coming up.
In the UK now we use 2310 Nokia.
2310 Nokia. Please, you are thinking why that the freeze removed Tolu, because I was enjoying the chat with Tolu. Please, Simply Vic, please, we are waiting for you. Come,
Victor Oya.
You know, Simply Vic, if you did not come up, it's assumed that we all had a period of conversation here. You're all trying to be, don't let me use that word, so that the face will not block me last. You are only trying to intimidate Tolu and I, as far as is concerned.
Are you sure he was trying to intimidate Tolu, or you, or just you?
It's assumed that he was trying to intimidate me, but unfortunately, the intimidation did not work. So maybe he felt like, it's no longer necessary for him to come up. And why are you running away from my question? What's your question, Henry? At least we've said it all, and I agree with my dear sister based on what she said, that sometimes the way our men behave in our society, obviously, it cannot be explained, because if you look at how they do things, you even shake. There is it not somebody grandfather, somebody father doing this kind of character that does not even, appeal to work ethics. We all know that our men in this country, we know that some can be Lion of Judah and some can just be, they can have that character that is not just good. But what we are just saying here is that when you are in a corporate settings and you are undergoing such a change, it's not enough to make an allegation that you cannot substantiate. I have not said that what Natasha said, I've never said she was not saying the truth. Neither have I said that Fabio is the right man. I'm just saying that when you are dealing with men of caliber like Fabio, you have to be very strong to really, timber and caliber. You have to be really strong to prove your case against him, because Tolu can come up now. Tolu can just go and screenshot one Instagram chat and say Femi is asking her out in DM. Nobody will be able to listen to me, because
those ones, they don't do DM now. That one is face to face. The DMK, they are not there. That space DM call.
What I'm saying now, that's why it will even be more difficult for Natasha to even.
Yeah.
You understand? It's a very difficult thing to do. What she could have done is, honestly, let's even go back to the real cause of that matter. The point remains that Natasha also did the wrong thing. Tolu, maybe we should come up. Natasha also did the wrong thing. Why I said Natasha did the wrong thing is that it was, do you actually follow the matter from the beginning before the allegation came in? Mm-hmm. It was simple seat reallocation that degenerated to this level. Simple seat reallocation.
Can I tell you something? Yeah. Can I say something? Yeah. But I'm just going to go around the topic. Yeah. In the civil service, yeah. Sometimes I have a friend there in the civil service that used to tell me about how these things go. Sometimes when your oga or your boss asks you out and you say no, your junior, they'll ask that one out and that one will say yes, right? And when that one says yes, they'll now, the thing that you are supposed to do, that your junior will now come and start rubbing it in your face, kind of thing, So it's that kind of thing. Sometimes when you see things like that, you will react, So I'm pretty sure her reaction, for every action, there is a reaction. So she's reacting to an action. And trust me, it's not just on that thing. And sometimes it could be that, we women, when we are on our, we can be a bit touchy,
Okay. Look at the sanction she got now. The sanction was too huge. Too huge. They made their sanction punishment was too much. They tell her
don't smoke without fire.
Now, this is the punishment now. They told her that she was suspended for 6 months. Her staff, her head must not be seen within the premises for 6 months. Mm-hmm. They also allowance, her salary, and every other.
But let me ask you a question. What does that do to her political career?
It's you mean Natasha?
Yeah.
It does a lot, because number one, she's actually a first timer when it comes to Senate, and one of the achievements, one of the things she must achieve in that house is her passing a bill. She must be able to pass at least one bill to really prove she's really strong in the Senate. That's number one. Number two, constituency. That suspension alone is strong to discredit her in her constituency. And if that is a strong alone to discredit her, that may even harm our re-election. That's number 2. So number 3 there is that it will be very hard for her to move a bill in the House, and she's going to get massive support for it. Our bill may not scale beyond first reading, and that may take a lot of things. So no senator wants to go and not have a bill to really pass. Maybe just one, and it's implemented. It has a lot to do career is concerned.
All right. We've got somebody here, and we've got exactly 5 more minutes. So, my dear sister, what is your take?
Daddy Freeze, can I go, please? So that you can bring somebody else.
Okay, my darling sister, go ahead. Where is Victor? I can't see Victor.
Please bring Tolu back.
I'm tired, actually, so...
My sister, I hope you are...
All right, my sister, let me hear you.
Yes, Mr. Femi, how are you?
Go ahead, my sister.
Good day. Daddy Freeze, good day.
Good day.
So I'm just trying to respond to what you said. I got triggered, actually, when you said this whole thing started from when they were trying to reallocate seats. No, sir. This whole thing started from when he started picking on her. It's in there. She's always looking out for herself. It started from way back. It's trauma. She's traumatized. When I heard you say that, I personally got traumatized. I was like, what are you talking about? From sitting? From reallocating seats?
I'm listening. I don't want to interrupt you. Oh, she left. I think she left. Well, so that I don't want to monopolize this conversation. Tolu and I, because Tolu the one that she came for me, and we were able to have resolution. The point remains that Akpabio and Natasha case could have started behind the scene. Yes, no one is actually debating that. But the one that actually deal with the corporate settings, which is the red chamber, is all about the seat allocation. And the seat allocation says that even if you have something against the leader, you even have to first obey what the rule book says. That is the first thing. Obey the rule book first. Then any person you are president, you cannot bring that up in another area, not that you are bringing a personal case into a corporate matter. They said they want to reallocate your seat. They tell you to leave that seat because other people's seat has been reallocated. And you come up, you say you are not going to leave that seat, and you are now starting blabbing, doing blah blah of a thing. It is not expected of a lawmaker to actually do such a thing. Now, number 2, should Natasha has spoken up or speak up? Yes, it's good that she actually speak up. But what was the timing of her speaking up? She can speak up after she has actually done seat reallocation. She would have spoken up maybe in the next plenary week. She could have done it at other time and not trying to change our attention.
My passport number is wrong. Oh, you got it wrong. That's why I was rushing to get my passport.
Every time I talk to me.
Passport number.
Okay. Oh, now, number 2 there is that when it comes to Natasha case, you can always make your case without distracting us from the main case. The main case was seat reallocation. Are you telling me that now, if I'm not at the Senate, and I have a personal issue with the Senate president, I have to bring the personal issue first before the rule book. The rule book first before any other thing. You first have to obey the rule book. Then anything you have against the leader, you bring it aboard. So the only place where I think Tolu and I, we are able to reach a consensus is that even if you want to prove such a case, you must have what we call substantial evidence against that particular individual. Some of you are just abroadarian. You have not even run politics even for 30 days or 40 days. You don't know how it works. You are just blabbing. You are once a good citizen in Nigeria. You are not a common citizen abroad. You don't know how it works in the corporate world. You are just blabbing of a thing. The way it works is that before you can make an allegation about someone, are you so sure your evidence are strong enough to really make you to win a case? If it's not strong enough to win a case, you have to still be doing betting until that person actually fall into the trap and you can capture him. See the Equatorial Guinea guy. The guy has been doing it. He has been doing it until they were able to get something substantial to deal with him. In the corporate world, it go beyond. It go beyond emotional. It go beyond what's it called? It go beyond because I'm emotional. I want to do this. I want to do that. They will want you to prove beyond reasonable doubt. So it's not about you are this, you are that. It's about can you prove what you are saying. It's just like me. I get the freeze of something now. Now, if you are not telling me that because I have some relationship with Daddy Freeze now, you will believe everything I allege Daddy Freeze of. No. If I cannot prove anything I say against him, there is no way.
Sorry, guys, had to attend to many matters. Let me end and go and sleep. Femi, thank you so much for calling. Even though I didn't quite agree with you here, but at the end of the day, it was good banter. Simply Vic has not been able to come. He worry me. I bring him, no great come.
Jibril is afraid of having conversation with me because he don't agree. Thank you, Daddy Freeze.
Lagos Lounge says you a cheap blogger. Your mama's a cheap Olo show. Your papa's an O-show free. All your children are going to be Olo shows and O-show free, just like your mama and papa. If I see you for this live again, God go punish everybody, every member of your family. Make Femi translate them for you. Hey, lounge, I be nothing pay ya. Wo family ma so pani.
Jesus.
E ma so pa ku ni. E ma rare ku. Aye ni onida. They say na Femi they talk to. I remove my curse from your body. God save you. My sister will tie her tie 1 minute. Oh yeah.
Because you see your life now, you end up setting yourself up. You see your life?
Hello, Daddy Freeze.
Yeah, what's happening? This one where you tie bandage for head. What's happening?
It's no bandage. My hair is bad, so that's why.
Now you come be like say you wear cement.
Daddy Freeze, you want yappy?
No, be say I want yappy, but the thing be like POP. Like say you break head.
Daddy Freeze.
Oh yeah, talk. You have 1 minute. Oh yeah, talk.
Okay, first of all, I feel like a lot of people are just drifting from what is actually the real problem, right? I am not supporting either of them because I know that they don't even want to tell us the real thing that is about the real thing that is between the two of them. I know they went out of friendship, so that's their business. Because for me, it was the same Natasha that was publicizing her friendship with the Senate president. Everywhere they go, she snaps it, shows it to us and all that. So, but that has been said. The thing is that what transpired in the Senate was reallocation of seats. And everybody should judge based on what transpired. Let's not be sentimental about this whole thing. Because to me, I see it as a woman trying to use something to back off her probably bad behavior in the Senate. That's how I see it. You know, there has been a reallocation of seats. And it's not only your seat that was reallocated. You understand? A lot of other persons were also reallocated. So why do you feel you also have to rant, also have to shout? You understand? At least you should do the right thing first. If you have any personal issue or whatever harassment, that can come up later. You understand? She's a grown-up woman, a legislator for that matter. And we are hearing this kind of thing. You understand? Now, first of all, after the incident, she first of all wanted to push it into women non-inclusiveness. All the women in the Senate came up and none of them supported her. I am quoting Senator Kingiwa, yes.
Kingiwa?
Yes, the senator representing Abuja. you know. So all of them came together. They were even calling her. She said, up till now that she's doing this interview, that she is yet to receive a call from Senator Natasha. All the women in the Senate, they wanted to have a conversation with this woman. She refused them. This is somebody we are all talking about gender equality. Are you people choking? These women wanted to stand beside her. They wanted to stand for her, but she refused to see any of them. And you want me to come on live and support her? Over what? And we are hearing of her always accusing men of sexual harassment. Please, not when a man asks you out. As a woman, you have the right to say either yes or no. You know the second that? So, you don't call that sexual harassment.
Just say benchwa. You cannot say it like that.
Okay. Harassment. Okay,
benchwa harassment.
Okay, benchwa harassment. You understand?
I will give you the rule book. Don't worry. Continue.
So, you can't just wake up and call that such name. You understand? And there has been a case where you didn't even win in court of such action. So, and you want me, you understand, a citizen who knows what's up, to believe what you're saying, so that when the innocent ones now come up to speak their truth, they will now say, Sen Natasha, no. Since she didn't get her own fair share. No, it's not that. It's a two different ball game. And imagine, the whole Senate, not even one person said no to the bill that was passed today in the Senate. Not even one person.
But couldn't that be the fact that we have the problem that we've always had in this Nigeria?
No, everybody cannot go against you. Everybody in the Senate, not even one person said no.
Considering that Natasha is a female, honestly, if she has been right, they would have. So there will be some part
at least the women in the Senate. Please, everybody knows when Senator Kingdom was going through her own thing, she was shouting. Everybody, a lot of people were supporting. You know, a lot of people were very supportive on her. Irrespective, she's not from my political party. I supported her because I know she was right. So, but someone like Senator Natasha coming online to make such allegations without proof, and there has been a case of her doing such thing before. Not just one person, not just two persons. You understand? A lot of people are coming out. Who knows how she has been blackmailing people over this type of matter? There are men that are not coming up to speak up because it's a woman's word against the men when you talk about sexual harassment.
Benchwa. Even see that the freeze. Even if she has so honestly, that would have been a big opportunity for PDP to even use that against Akpabio, because PDP is eyeing that a seat to really be the president. But because that thing was more constitutional than personal, that's why the Senate is less focused on the personal allegation and they are more focused on the red chamber matter and the rule book. So that's why we say that. I don't say that Natasha is lying. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that Akpabio didn't do what Natasha alleged her of. But what we are saying is, can we just look at this case and do a root cause analysis on it, and let's see what we can do better as a country. Natasha can do it better, Akpabio can do it better, but however, what matter here is that it is the seat and reallocation that caused the matter. So make everybody learn how to behave when they get to the red chamber.
Thank you very much, everybody. We end here. God bless you.
Yeah, good night. Bye-bye. Yeah.